Good morning, friends. I am Professor Mahesh Mishra from Sri Sai College of Engineering and Technology from Department of Mechanical Engineering branch. From today onwards, we are starting a lecture series on the subject fluid mechanics as a part of online teaching and learning program. The words fluid mechanics and fluid power engineering, they are interchangeable. This subject, fluid mechanics, it is generally introduced for Bachelor of Technology Engineering branch in their second year. The branches, civil engineering, mining engineering, and the mechanical engineering, they are having this subject common. Means this subject, fluid mechanics, it is for the mechanical engineering, for civil engineering, for mining engineering branch. The word fluid means a substance which has property to flow. Any substance which has tendency to flow is defined as fluids. All liquids and all gases, they comes under the category of fluid. Here today I am giving you a brief introduction about the subject fluid mechanics. Let's begin with some fundamental physical quantities. There are the 7 fundamental physical quantities. The first is mass. The unit SI unit is kg. The second fundamental physical quantity, it is a length. The SI unit is meter. Next fundamental physical quantity, it is a time. The SI unit is second. The fourth fundamental physical quantity, it is a temperature, and its SI unit is Kelvin. The fifth fundamental physical quantity is amount of substance. Its SI unit is mole. The sixth fundamental physical quantity, it is a current. Its SI unit is ampere. And the seventh fundamental physical quantity, it is a luminous intensity of light. Its SI unit is candela. There are 7 fundamental physical quantity. So out of these 7 fundamental physical quantity, the first 3 are very dominant. That is the mass, length, and time. As far as this fluid mechanics is concerned, this subject fluid mechanics, it is different from the subject thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is also a basic subject for mechanical engineers. How? In thermodynamics, the very first letter, it is a therm, that is the heat, and it is the heat, it is the function of temperature. So along with the mass, length, and time, there is a fourth unit, that the physical quantity, fundamental physical quantity, that is the effect of temperature or effect of change of temperature is also considered in thermodynamics. While learning the fluid mechanics, we don't consider the effect of change of temperature. This is a very basic difference. In thermodynamics, we also consider thermodynamics. There is a dynamics word. So we also consider the amount of substance mole there. While in engineering mechanics, fluid mechanics, we only concern with 3 fundamental physical quantity: mass, length, and time. This is a very basic difference, yes. And the thermodynamics, definitely thermodynamics, it is a one state ahead, definitely, as compared to the fluid mechanics, because in thermodynamics it is more, along with the mass, length, and time, we are also considering the temperature and the amount of substance. Definitely we are taking care of the 5 physical quantities in thermodynamics, fundamental physical quantities. In this fluid mechanics, we are only concerned with the 3 fundamental physical quantities. Which are those? Mass, length, and time. Yes. So let's define power. What is a power? P-O-W-E-R, power. Because right from childhood we are very concerned. We hear this we use these 3 words. First is the work, second is the energy, third is the power. Okay. Work, energy, and power. Whether it is the fluid mechanics, fluid power engineering or whether it is a thermodynamics, ultimately we have to go for the power. So the power is nothing but it is the energy per unit time. And what is energy? Energy is the ability of performing work. So ability of performing work per unit time, that is the power. Simple. So here whether it is the fluid power engineering, fluid mechanics or in thermodynamics, ultimate aim is the power, right? Yes. So first start with there is a first law of thermodynamics. What is the first law of thermodynamics? What it says? The first law of thermodynamics, it says that energy cannot be created. What is energy? Ability to perform work. Yes. Energy cannot be created nor be destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to another. Everybody aware? Energy cannot be created nor be destroyed, but can be converted from one form to another. Okay. So here the word that can be converted, that is the very important. Because suppose if we are having 1 ton of coal, that it is a chemical energy, it is not the heat energy. But when the conditions are favorable, when that 1 ton of coal it is burned in the furnace with some suitable channel, then that energy is converted into ultimately heat energy, and that heat energy is ultimately converted into the steam energy. Yeah, that is the thermodynamics. Here in fluid mechanics, now we are not going to burn the coal, neither we are evolving the heat energy, nor we are generating the steam. Okay, so don't bother about that while learning the fluid mechanics. Yes, fluid mechanics is simple as compared to the thermodynamics in many aspects, right? Yeah. What is common between the thermodynamics and what is in fluid mechanics? The common is the energy principle. Energy cannot be created nor be destroyed, but can be converted from one form to another. This energy principle is common between two subjects, that is the fluid mechanics and thermodynamics. There is one theorem, it is also common, that is the Bernoulli's theorem. The one principle is also common, the one condition is also common, that is a steady state condition. When there is a flow, so whatever the amount of amount of substance is entering from one section, it is exactly equal to the amount of amount of living. If we consider a particular section across the flow, what there is a suppose a tunnel, and if from across the tunnel we take a particular section, whatever the amount is entering in that particular section in particular unit of time, that exactly equal to the amount of living. Means that condition is the steady state condition, right? This is a very basic. The steady state condition is that with the steady state condition is that with the when we take location as a form, means basic domain. Location as a location. Yes, location. There are the two things. The space, we are learning anything in two domain. The space and the time. Yeah. Space, everyone is considering. Space. What is space? The one is the this, second is the this, and third is the this. The three-dimension approach. That is the space where we in space that space occupies a matter. So that is the three-dimension space. One is the while learning on the paper, plain paper. One is the y-axis, the second is the x-axis, and this is the fourth is the z-axis. So this is a three-dimensional space. The second, the other domain is it is the time domain. Okay? So there are the two domains. space domain and time domain. So the steady state condition is defined with respect to the space domain. Actually, across the flow, all the parameters, they are means the steady state condition is defined with respect to the time domain. Yeah, time domain, not the space domain. Okay, time from across the flow, the flow parameters may be different from point to point, from the location to location. It may vary, but for the particular time, for it does not change. It does not change with respect to time. Get me? So here now we comes to learn what are those parameters, the flow parameters, or we can say what are the properties of fluids which constitutes these flow parameters. Got me? Properties of fluids. 7 fundamental physical quantity. Yeah, one is mass, length, time. Other is temperature, amount of substance, and current. Last one is luminous intensity, candela. So there are the 7 fundamental physical quantity. Now what are the properties? Fundamental physical quantity. Likewise, there are the properties, basic physical properties of the fluid. Which are those? So what do you think? What should be the first property of fluid? Physical property of fluid. Any substance, it occupies some space and it has some contents. Actually, it has some amount. It has a what we can say, the number of moles. Yeah, fundamental physical quantity. The number of moles, fixed amount, number of moles. So these two things, the one is the content, that is the mass, and the second is the space, it is the volume. So mass per unit volume, it is the density. The very basic means, while studying the fluid mechanics, the very first physical quantity of fluid which we come across is a density. Density, yes. What is density? Mass per unit volume. Mass, that is the kg per unit volume. Volume means it is a meter cube in SI unit. So what is the unit of density? It is the kg per meter cube. Got me? Okay. The second fundamental physical quantity, the second physical quantity while learning the fluid mechanics is a weight density. The first is the mass density, mass per unit volume. The second is the weight density. It is defined as the weight per unit volume. What is it? It is a weight. It is in Newton per unit volume. Volume per unit volume. Volume is in meter cube. So what is the unit? Newton per meter cube. Okay. So this is the second physical quantity. So these are the two. First is the mass density. The second is the weight density. Both are very, very important. The mass density, it is denoted by the letter rho, and the weight density, it is denoted by the letter omega. While learning the engineering mechanics, you got the basic difference between the mass and weight. What is the mass and what is the weight? The mass is nothing but the content. It is the basic inertia, right? It is the scalar quantity. Mass is the scalar quantity. What is the weight? The weight is nothing but the gravitational force. Gravitational force. W is equal to mg. Yeah? The gravitational force. So it is the vector quantity. and weight, it may change from location to location as per, it depends on the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so there is basic relation, it is in between the mass and weight. It is the W, capital W is equal to mg, mass into acceleration due to gravity. So depends on these two basic means these two physical quantity we are having. The first is the mass density, mass per unit volume. The second is the weight density, the weight per unit volume. There is a very there are many more physical quantity, but we will come one by one. We will take one by one. So as per depend on their importance. The most popular, we will take the most popular physical quantity. We generally use, and we generally use and we in day to day life. We everybody bother or take care of our blood pressure. We know the blood, what is the blood pressure. uh, Blood pressure, that is a very important, so it should not exceed, it should not come down. So that blood pressure, we always take care about our tire pressure, vehicle tire pressure, motorbike, two wheelers, four wheelers also. Should not exceed the limit, it should not come below the limit. Okay, yeah. So the pressure is a very most popular physical quantity. Earlier we have discussed two. Which are those two? First is the mass density and the second is the weight density, right? What is the mass density? Mass per unit volume. What is the weight density? Weight per unit volume. What is the unit of mass density? It is a kg per meter cube. What is the unit of weight density? It is the Newton per meter cube. Now, sequentially, as the pressure does not come on the third level, third property, but since it is the most popular physical quantity, today we are going to discuss it. uh, uh, because see, there is one hydraulic law also. P is equal to W into H. W is the specific weight, H is the height. That also correlate the specific weight with the pressure. So pressure is a very important fundamental, not fundamental, it is derived. The pressure is the important physical quantity of physical property of fluid. Yeah. What is the pressure? The pressure is defined as the force per unit area. It is the force per unit area. Have you ever experienced the pressure? Yeah. Examination pressure. That is the other type of. It gives us a stress, tension. That is the other type of a pressure. That is not. It is not a fluid pressure. It may convert into a fluid pressure. That is the examination phobia may rise your blood pressure. So it may convert into the fluid pressure, but it is not directly fluid pressure, examination pressure. While talking on the podium, that is also it may increase your blood pressure, but it is not directly related to the fluid pressure. Okay, so what is so have you ever experienced what is the fluid pressure? Yeah. Take a balloon, put and just you push the air through the balloon. More and more you push the air, more and more it will get expanded. Expanded. And when, if you continue blowing air into the balloon at particular limit, that balloon, it will get burst, it will exceed, it will get burst. Why it get burst? It burst. pressure cooker. When you are putting the heat, increasing the temperature inside, the pressure is going to build at one particular point, that vessel, it will be lifted, its whistles. So many times, so we can feel the fluid pressure. The pressure is defined as the force exerted on per unit area. What is the unit of pressure? The most popular, the very ancient unit, that is the older unit, it is the pounds per square inch. No, we don't use pounds per square inch in SI system. In SI system, we use the Pascal. Pascal is the Newton per meter square. Newton per meter. Newton is the force per meter square. It is the area. Force per area, per unit area. That is the 1 Pascal. 1 Newton per meter square. The other unit is PSI. That is the pounds per square inch. It is the British units. Pounds per square inch. Pounds per square inch. PSI. It is the British unit. The other unit is kgf per centimeter square, kilogram force per centimeter square. Likewise, we are having the also mm of mercury, the mm of water column, the mm of mercury column. We are having the different system of units for measuring the pressure, but the very important unit, the SI unit, it is the Pascal. Pascal is the name of scientist after his law, well established law, that is the Pascal's law. That is a very important law in fluid mechanics. What Pascal's law says, the intensity of pressure transmitted by a fluid is same in all direction. That's why I had given the example of balloon. When we push the air through the balloon, it gets expanded in all directions simultaneously. It has no affair with particular direction. For all directions, for all infinite, from the center, we are having the infinite that particular directions. So in all directions, it expands simultaneously. That is the Pascal's law. The intensity of a pressure transmitted by a fluid is same in all directions. That is the example of balloon. The intensity of pressure transmitted by a fluid is same in all directions. So the balloon, when we push the air through the balloon, that air inside the balloon, it does not partialate with or take favor of any particular direction. The pressure is transmitted normally in all directions, gets expanded.